Welcome back, you guys. We are going to be doing the GED Geometry. All right, so if you know anybody that's been struggling with the math, passing the GED for their math or high set, please share this live with them. Okay, please share this live. Alrighty, so it says, what is the circumference of the following circle of AB equals 4C? This is a key word right here. Whenever you see this word circumference, you have to know there's two formulas for a circle, okay? So there's one that has C equals 2 times pi times r, which stands for the radius, or C equals pi times d, okay? So d is the diameter. That's the line that goes straight across the center, the entire circle, okay? So it's like from here to here, okay? It's the diameter. Versus this is called a radius, okay? And they told us here that AB is 4. So I can put 4 there. So by me knowing that this is a radius, I know which formula I'm going to use. I'm going to use this formula right here. So I'm going to put C, which stands for circumference, equals 2 times pi. And then I'm plugging in. This is the key right here. I'm plugging in this number for r. So I put times 4. So we have 2 times 4 is 8. And then I'm just going to leave it as 8 pi. Okay. And we're going to have centimeters. That's our answer. Okay. Now, what we can do, thank you for the double taps, you guys. Thank you for the shares and the follows. Thank you. So what we can do, if they said they want it as a decimal, then we would put it in our calculator, okay? But there's no direction, so we're going to leave it exact. All right, so let's go to number 2. Find the perimeter of the following rectangle. Ooh, can I read? Okay. Rectangle. Okay, so what do we know about a rectangle, you guys? Thank you for the rose. So what do we know? Like, I know this side is 5. Ooh, somebody's giving me 16. I love it. Okay, how you guys getting those 16s? So for the people that do not know, if this side is 5, how much is this side? Can you guys put it in the chat for me? How much is this side? 2 sides are equal. Yes, people said add. Perfect. So this side is always congruent to this side. Which congruent, let me write that word because you'll hear this a lot when you take geometry in high school, okay? Congruent. So opposite sides are congruent. So this side is 3 and this side is 3, okay? So whenever we're thinking about perimeter, like you guys said, we add up all the sides. So we're going to do 5 plus 5 is 10. And then 3 plus 3 is 6. So 10 plus 6 is 16. And don't forget those units. It's 16 inches is your answer. Perfect. Good. All right, let's check out number 3, you guys. So what is the missing side length of the following triangle? Okay, now this is an important formula, especially when you get into trigonometry, okay? Does anybody know the theorem or the formula that I'm talking about to find a missing side length? Good. Somebody put it in there. Yes. Pythagorean theorem. Perfect. And does anybody know good? Pink said A plus B plus equals C. Perfect. So A squared, don't forget those 2's, plus B squared equals C squared. All right. Excellent. Okay. So the only thing that you really need to know, oh, thank you, Real Talk. Real Talk is like so bomb, you guys. Go follow her. I just love her content. She's another teacher on here. So please go. So 12, we have, so C is 12. Perfect. Somebody said that. Now this is called the hypotenuse. Thank you, Missy. Now let me explain why the hypotenuse is important. Hypotenuse is important because it's the longest side of a right triangle. okay? And so we don't care about what A is, what B is, but we must care about the longest side. And so if this, see, it's opposite of the right angle is another way you can identify the longest side. So this is 12, so we're going to put that as C. We can make this A and make this B. Again, A and B do not matter, okay? What matters is the C. So I'm going to put 6 squared plus B squared, we'll leave that B squared, equals 12 squared. All right, somebody let me know. What is 6 squared in the comments? What do you guys say? What is 6 squared? Ooh, some people are talking about triples. Good, people are saying 36. 36, perfect. Please do never do 6 times 2. No, 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 no. This 2 tells you how many times to multiply the 6, okay? So 6 times 6 is 36, perfect, plus B squared equals, remember this is 12 times 12, which is 144. Good. Now, what do I have to do to get the B squared by itself? What do we do, you guys? Good. You guys coming with it. 144 minus 36. Subtract. Yes. This is a positive. So the opposite of a positive is a minus. And we're going to minus 36 to both sides. Good. So now we're going to drop down our B squared equals, what does that give us? Let's borrow here. Make this a 3. And then how I do this in my brain, I don't like subtraction. So I say 6 plus what gets me 14? Well, 8 plus 6 gets me 14. And then 3 minus 3 is 0, and I carry the 1. That's just how my brain works, okay? You have to find tricks on what makes your brain click so that you're not dependent upon the calculator, okay? Now we're going to need it, though, as I just said that. So we have B squared equals 108. Square it. Ooh, square root it. Which one is it? Do we square it or do we square root it? Square both? Oh, if we square both, you guys, this is what you're telling me to do. Let me explain the difference. Where can I put it where you guys can see it? If you're telling me, we have this right here. I just want to make sure everybody understands what you're saying. When you say square it, that means I'm doing a square and a square. So I'm double squaring it. Thank you, that nurse. So I'm double squaring it. So no, we don't want to double square it. We want to square root it. Okay. That's kind of like in geometry, vocab is very important. Yep. It's very important because it's like, it's in the problem. So you have to really understand what you're actually saying. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure people understand the difference between a square and a square root. Good. A square root always counts as a square. Okay. So we're left with B. And then does anybody know the square root of 108? I know the square root of 100 is 10, so it's going to be a decimal. So let's hit the square root. And then we're going to put 108. And it gives us 10 point. Okay, 10 point, let's say 39, okay? Now, we know, well, I'm going to say, let me tell you how we can kind of say this answer is correct. Remember I told you the C has to be the longest length? So B had to be smaller than 12. If B came bigger than 12, we did something wrong. But since B is smaller than the largest leg, we know we're on the right track. We don't know if we did it 100% correct, but we know, we did. But I'm saying, if you don't know, you just look and always compare. Is this one going to be smaller than my longest leg? If it is, you got it right. Okay. I hope I'm making sense, you guys. Thank you for all the follows and the comments and the shares. I really appreciate you guys. I'm trying to do this live before my kids get home. So we're going to hit it. Okay. One side of a regular octagon, always draw some pictures, right? It's like, what is that? Has a length of 4 centimeters. What is the perimeter of an octagon? Thank you, Jess. Okay, so thank you, Kendra, so much. So what is an octagon, you guys? How many sides does an octagon have? Does anybody know? Ooh, people are giving me the answers. 38 times 4. 36. Some people are saying 36. Some people are saying D. Okay, 8. Good. It has 8 sides. Perfect. So if I draw this, I'm never good at really drawing the 8 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then we're going to go 6, 7, 8. Okay. It said an octagon that has a regular octagon that has 4 centimeters. So what you have to understand about a regular, all the sides are the same. Okay. They're congruent. I'm going to keep on saying that word because when you get to 10th grade, you have to know what congruent means. It means the same. So what you guys said it in the comments. Perfect. 8. There's 8 sides and we times it by 4. So 8 times 4, if you said D, you are 100% correct, which equals 32 centimeters. Good. That is our perimeter because we're adding up. So let me put 4 for the people that see it differently. Instead of multiplying, we could add up all these 4s 8 times. That's another way you can do it. So I could do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 if you see it that way. It's however your brain clicks. Okay. All right. Number 2. Let's go to number 2. If the circumference of a circle is 62.8 millimeters, what is its diameter? Oh, I hope my phone is not freezing. Okay, I'm just going to keep on going, but it looks like it's frozen. I can't see you guys' comments. I don't know why this is happening. I got to contact TikTok somehow, but I'm going to keep on going. So if the circumference of a circle is 62.8 millimeters, what is its diameter? Always draw the shape. So I'm going to draw a circle. Okay. Now, the diameter. Remember, the diameter is a line that goes straight through the center of the circle. Okay. So, remember I told you, if you see this word circumference, there's 2 formulas for a circle. It's either C equals 2 pi r or C equals pi times d. We have 2 choices. Now, it says, what is the diameter? That tells me that I'm going to use this formula, okay? They also told me that the circumference is 68.2, so I know this is my C. So I'm going to plug in this number for my C. I'm going to put 62.8 equals pi times D. All right. How do I get D by itself? Sometimes this really throws people off because it's like, what is pi? But remember, pi is just a number. So whenever you have a number attached to a variable, that's being multiplied. How do we undo multiplication? We divide. And we divide both sides by what's with the letter, which is pi. Okay. So now these pi's are going to cancel. And then we're going to have, so let's put this in our calculator. We're going to do 62.8 divided by, and we're going to hit second. I'm going to hit second pi, so I could just put the whole pi in there. And then that will give us 19.99. Okay, I'm rounding to the hundreds. So it's going to be 19.99 millimeters. And that is our answer. You guys, I hope you guys can still hear me. I can't see anything in the chat, but it didn't close down on me, so I'm hoping you guys are still there with me. Alrighty, what is the area of this figure? Okay, ooh, that's different. Remember, area. Okay, area. Oh, thank you, one Sona, for the rose. I hope it's not going really slow. So A equals length times width, okay? Now, I always get confused on which one's the length and which one's the width, okay? I'm not perfect at that. But I just make one the length. I'm making this the length of it, and I'm making this the width, how wide it is, okay? Some people switch it. You just got to make one the other, okay? So now we're going to multiply these two. So A equals 8 times 2. And so we're going to get 16 feet. Ooh, what do we put up here? Squared. Okay, don't fall for it. Remember, this is different. We're doing area now. So the area is this whole entire surface. Like we're doing all this area. Like we're thinking about cutting the grass. So I just found the whole area of how much grass I would put down on my house or my front yard or my backyard. I have 16 feet squared. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Oh, I really miss the comments. That really keeps me going. You guys, I think I'm gonna stop it and try to start again. Cause I don't know. I like reading the comments and interacting with you guys. And it's frozen on my end. I don't know why it's doing that. Alrighty, I'll be right back, you guys. Hopefully you guys can make it back. Okay.